Hi everyone and welcome back to Future Push. My name is Henry and today we are talking about something that is very important to me, and that would be Amazon Web Services. So here in this screencast, I will be showing you my open education resource that I've created to help students learn about AWS. Because one thing that I have noticed at Penn State is that cloud services don't really get mentioned that much in school curriculum. I know in a couple courses that they've been mentioned passingly on a very general level, like saying that like a cloud platform like AWS is would qualify as software as a service or something like that, or platform as a service, um, but nothing below that. But as I have like networked with people working at companies as a student, have visited career fairs, or have been in job interviews, I've really noticed that a lot of companies use services like AWS, other cloud services, to do a lot of the work that they do in technology. And I think it's really important as students that we know more than just like, oh, AWS is for cloud services. We know a little bit more about it so we can, if we get into a situation like in an interview where we need to provide a solution for a case study, we can say, oh, yeah, I would use Amazon Web Services to complete this using X and Y services. And it give us a better edge against other people trying to apply for the same job so that employers see that we have some more experience here. And I think it's important to use an open education resource like this other than a textbook because like outside of the stuff that Amazon offers for free on the web internet, there's not really a textbook about Amazon unless you wanted to purchase that directly from like AWS if you were studying for one of their certifications or something. But not everyone wants to do that. And I think something like this is able to utilize the free information that Amazon has on the website and coordinate it in a way that students are able to easily learn about AWS and the things it does. So, like, for example, here I provide like a very brief description of what the AWS free tier is, and this is also something that can be really beneficial for a open education resource. So, like for example, let's say that in class you run to run an exercise about how to set up a EC2 instance on AWS. It would be very easy to just have every student in the class have an AWS account set up using the free tier so that then they could all see how it works and no one would have to pay any money. Another cool thing about the OER format to education is the professor really has a good understanding and control over their course. So, like, for example, I decided that I would want to talk about VPC, EC2, RDS, Lambda, and CloudWatch as my key services in this introduction. Another good thing about the OER aspect of education and using something like Hack CMS, which like I'm doing here, it's very customizable in terms of what you want to throw into your course. So, like, for example, when I'm talking about the key services that I want to cover in this course, I also include an embedded white paper of the overview of all of Amazon's web services. And this is like a 95-page paper talking about each of the services. But if someone wanted to look at this, they could. And then I also, like in each of these, hold on. There we go. Okay. That's not a good one. Yeah, here we go. And like, for example, for Amazon EC2, I include a video that is kind of a wrap up of everything I talk about here. And then also in each of these, I do something where I use I think it's the dictionary component, but I load in these little definitions here. And I found that to be a very useful, and it really saves up space. So like I don't have all this text that I got from, I believe it's, yeah, this citation right here. I could just hide that under that tab instead of having it out and cluttering this page, which I thought was very nice. And you can even change like what key services you want to talk about in the course. Like, for example, Lambda, I mentioned here, it's one of my favorite aspects of AWS, which is why I talk about it. But you don't necessarily have to talk about it if you don't want to. And the last thing I want to mention is that I don't think there are really any resources through Penn State that allow a student to work with AWS. But fortunately, Amazon itself does provide a lot of information and stuff like the AWS free tier in order to provide education on their platform. So while Penn State doesn't provide these things, there are so many different avenues to gain information within AWS. Within AWS, whether it be the free tier, like white papers, tutorials on the website, or even videos like this. This is an AWS tutorial that covers a lot of different topics in 10 minutes, and I have it here at the end of my course just to kind of round everything out, as well as give more information so that this way a student reading this would have some of the information already there, and they would be able to jump in with even more information that is garnered in this video. All right, and that concludes my video about why I think open education resource like this is more beneficial than something from a publisher. I hope you enjoyed the video, learned something new. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.